Hello, my beautiful Libras. Welcome back to Queen Cup Tarot. I am just shuffling up right now, catching a vibe, getting ready to do your January 2020 readings. For those that are new, welcome. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. It's much appreciated. And for those that are returning, man, cheers to a wicked year of ascending, healing, developing, growing. Thank you guys for building up this channel to what it is. We have such a wicked community here. You know, as I tell you guys always, it's an absolute privilege and honor to connect and read with you guys and do this thing called Ascension with you guys, all right? So I'm looking forward to 2020, okay? For those that timestamp the reading, shout out Angel Gang. Thank you so much. For those that are new, if you want to bypass the intro, you can look below at the timestamp. Angel Gang will typically timestamp the reading for you, and I try to remember to pin it. For those that would like to book personal readings, that's fine. I will continue to offer personal readings as long as you see me on here, guys. That's where my passion's at, working with you on a one-on-one basis. But just keep in mind that these readings are not pre-recorded. They're live either via Skype, WhatsApp, or regular phone. So just see my link, my email below. Email me, and I will send you a link for my availability. For those that would like additional content from the monthly readings I offer on YouTube, you can check out the Patreon. Please note it's for members only. And there I offer daily general readings, which are like mini versions of these. They're a lot more specific and definitely don't resonate as generally as these ones do, as well as weekly love readings, which we can get anything, all right? And I do use sexual tarot decks for those, okay, that I can't use on YouTube or else they'll come for me. Anyways, Libra gang, I'm going to be using Cynthia Harrison's Honest Truth Tarot, which I've used for all the other readings. Guys, these readings, okay, if the title resonates, there's a good chance the reading will. Okay, if we say time is an illusion, then the month shouldn't matter. If we say that we have every sign in our chart, then the signs shouldn't matter. So the way I look at it is if the titles resonate, great. Shit, when I used to watch a lot of tarot, if I resonated with a reading, I would watch any of the readings that reader did that day, or it looked like that reader did that day. Because I know that the energies that reader tapped into that day will most likely resonate if this reading did. That's how I look at it. It's really about the energies, guys. I don't watch a lot of tarot anymore. The divine really had me stopping binge watch. I was watching it like TV. It wasn't good, but it was interfering with my own downloads. Anyways, let's get into prayer. You guys can timestamp the reading now. We're going to get into prayer and get into your spread. I am going to use the tarot of Chateau Averneries as the first deck because it's just major arcana. So we'll pull a major arcana as the overall energy. Then I'll break it out by your 9-card spread. Then we'll use the Lenormand to clarify, as well as the Godmother Fairy Oracle. And then we'll wrap with another oracle that we'll read from the book like usual. All right. I love watching that steady stream. A lot of you guys, you stare at this. Regardless of what this message is, you stare at this, you'll get your own messages. Oh, yeah. It's actually called pyromancy, where you get messages from fire or smoke. Anyway, 2 10s on the bottom, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Swords. Like I told the collective, a lot of you are wrapping up cycles and starting new ones simultaneously. Some of you are wrapping up some very negative karmic cycles with your bloodline directly, meaning your family. Yeah, some of you are starting up new things and wrapping up things simultaneously, where others of you are just really focusing on wrapping up certain cycles right now. But let's get into your spread, Libra, and see what's really going on. Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, thank you for rising me up out of my bed this morning, and thank you for connecting me with the collective every day. Right now in particular, please allow me to communicate clearly with the collective sign of Libra. Please allow me to communicate clearly with them the messages that are in their greatest good, surrounding their material abundance, sustenance, the relationships closest to them, their personal ascension and development, and any other messages that you deem worthy at this time. Thank you, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, for everything you do for me and the collective, all the healing energy, the support, the love, the guidance, and the protection. We are nothing without it, and we are nothing without you, so glory be to the Most High forever and ever. Amen. All right, Libras, let's see. What's the energies you're kicking off the year? Yes! The Magician. And on the bottom is the World. It's You can show them better than you can tell them. Okay? The divine told you and is now going to show you. There were certain things that you asked for. And what this world is the successful completion of acquiring all the tools necessary to bring that manifestation down into your kingdom. So the divine put you on a wild goose chase to find your wand, your internal passion and drive, to find your cup, clear out your heart chakra so that you're open, find your sword, which is your sword of truth, right? And then get your pentacles. That's your coin, your time. Put you on a wild goose chase to get all of the tools you needed, and you've successfully completed that. So whatever you're bringing down, when it comes down into your 3D, that's a moment to celebrate. It can make you emotional. It can get you nervous. It can get you anxious. It can be so profound that you almost fight, flight, or freeze. Don't fight it. Don't flee from it. It's better to freeze with this manifestation. So there's going to be a shock factor. Because some of you were never consciously aware of manifesting in the past. You guys have all been manifesting, but some of you weren't conscious about what this process looked like. So this go around, manifesting from a place of awakening, okay? It's gonna feel different when this shit manifests in your reality because you're consciously aware of what's happening, that whatever is occurring is a reflection of the divine relationship you have with God. You're gonna look up to God and be like, he heard my prayers. Oh my God. They heard my prayers. This is happening. I saw this. I prepared for this. It's fantastic energy. All right, so let's break this down with the 9 card. Wow, the Tower. I feel like this is going to come in very suddenly. This is that fight, flight, or freeze response. It's because of the nature of which this manifestation comes in. It comes in with a bang. There's a inevitability to when and how this comes in that feels out of your control. So it's like, you know, you're manifesting this, but there is a lack of control on how it's playing out, manifesting, how it's bigger than you. It's almost like you manifest this, it comes in, and the way it comes in, it's almost like the divine wanted you to realize why it might have taken so long, or why the process looked the way it did, because this manifestation doesn't only include you or affect you, it includes and affects other people. And you're going to see that. And I feel like this is going to be quite profound. Ooh, I'm excited, Libra. What the fuck you got going on? What was at the bottom again? The World, right? And the Empress. Wow. Wow, and the Death, the transformation. Yeah, this manifestation. You guys asked for something and had no clue on what was required to get it. You put it in God's hands, and he literally walked you through the process. You had to die. You had to strip away everything. You needed to only be there with this. And all the other shit had to be burned and disposed of. I feel excited for you guys. All right, let's get a steady shuffle. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Overall energy for Libra gang. I knew it. The Death card. This is the transformation. You're about to see what this was all about, what it was for. That's why 2020 is going to be so entertaining, because there's going to be tons of things that are manifested that are so different than the norm. Why? Because everybody has been privately, quietly, and smartly transforming, going through the death, the rebirth process, understanding what the death was and how it allowed you to become what is. What is what was required to bring this in, to live in this manifestation, to make it real. First card out, the Empress. These are the exact cards on the bottom. The Empress and Death. Yeah, that's that new beginning. Some of you guys were manifesting a new start and now have all of the tools required to nurture, develop, and grow said new start. A lot of what you wanted before, you didn't have the tools for, Libra. You were missing either the cup, the sword, the pentacle, or the wand. And you went out and got it. Some of you lost your passion for life. Some of you were cognizant about how to manifest from a logical perspective. You understood what manifesting looked like. In theory, it made sense, but your heart wasn't open to your own manifestations. Therefore, you did not have all the tools required to bring a manifestation into your kingdom, because you need to have your heart chakra in order to nurture what it is you're bringing in. It's not enough to just be passionate about it, to know the truth about it, to have enough time and money to build on it. You need to be open. Your heart needs to be open to nurture it, or else it will die. Anything that isn't nurtured, that's trying to be developed, will die if it doesn't have the right nurturing. Any plant, you don't nurture a plant, it will die. You don't nurture a child, they might as well. It's the same energy. There's this need to be open. It's the heart chakra. It's the heart. The Six of Wands, there's that cup. I told you. That was the most important tool. Maybe for some of my Libras, this might have been the hardest tool. Wondering why your manifestations weren't coming in and you realized you weren't open to them. Some of you were manifesting closure and you weren't open to it. You wanted somebody to come back and do right by you, but if they came back, you would have told them to kick rocks. You were not open to the closure and the healing of which you seeked. Some of you were trying to manifest new love, but were not open to new love because you weren't actually comfortable with being vulnerable. You didn't actually really believe in the sentiments, meaning if this cup was offered to you that you manifested, you would have strayed from it, not trusting it. So this cup was very important. A lot of you, the last stage of this part of your ascension was cleaning out your cup, getting it ready to either be offered, exchange it with somebody. I don't know. I just see this cup. There's another cup, the Ace of Cups. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Some of you are not open. Some of your heart chakras are not open to what it is you are asking for. The divine is telling you what you ask for. There's nothing wrong in what you're asking for. The problem is you are not fully equipped for what it is you're asking for. And it looks like you have all the tools required. It's this cup. You being emotionally open to what it is that you want. Okay? Some of you don't realize how important your love, your support, and your nurturing touch is to anything that you want to build and keep. This is important, this heart chakra. Wow, 2 cups. Or 10. The Magician, again. Yeah. The Divine's like, what else do you want me to say? Go get your fucking cup. Go scour your cup. Those little metal whatever sponges, go scour your fucking cup, because it looks like the divine's trying to wants to fill it, but you're like, I don't need my cup. I'm not going to wash that shit. I'm going to continue to shine my sword, and I'm going to continue to wave my wand around and fiddle with my coin. The divine's like, okay, so are you not going to go and clean your cup of love like we told you to do, because we have something we want to fill in it, but we don't want it to get dirty and destroyed because your cup is filthy. And the only reason why the cup is filthy, it's not so much filthy, it's dusty. Meaning for some of my Libras, you actually haven't nurtured anything in a long time. You haven't been emotionally open to anything for a long time. A lot of you haven't expressed yourself from an emotional capacity in a very long time. A lot of you didn't even think that was a part of manifestation. You just looked at this card and didn't understand why all those 4 things were important. Okay, it's really needing to look at the Magician energy and why everything on that table is necessary. Yeah. 2 of Pentacles. Some of you are confused about a manifestation coming in because of the hesitation you feel about being open. Some of you are taking the anxiety you have about being vulnerable in a way you haven't been for a long time, and you're misconstruing it, and it's giving you devil energy to look at a manifestation like it isn't really what it is, and it is. It's just that you can't feel it because your heart chakra isn't active right now because you thought you didn't need it. And that what was important was your intellect, because you thought that when love didn't work out before, it was because you were dumb. No, it absolutely wasn't. Obviously, you got a lot smarter going through your experiences in love, sex, and relationships. Okay, but there is a need now to be open again. There's a need for Libra to be willing to express the more sensitive parts of you, share the more sensitive parts of you from this place of strength. Because essentially now it's safe to share this cup because you've got a sword that will defend you and that cup. You've got a wand that is fiery and powerful that will defend that cup. You didn't have, the last time you used your cup and felt it that had value, it might have been the only thing on this table. You might not have had an understanding and a value of your time and your resources. You might not have understood what your truth truly was. You might not have seeked passion in yourself. You might have seeked passion externally to be brought into you. So then all you gave was your cup and it didn't work out. So now you put the cup to the side and you went and acquired everything else you were seeking in everybody else. That was great. You need to go back to the cup now. It's time. This manifestation is about to come in. You need to have all 4 of these very valuable tools. And it looks like the last one to be dug up is that cup. And if you look at these hands, it's dirty and then it goes to pristine white. This is needing to clear your heart chakra in order to be victorious with regards to bringing in a manifestation, but also keeping it. A lot of you, this manifestation is love. A lot of you have done the work required to be in a position to be able to nurture a relationship. Some of you want to start a family and are trying to manifest that. But how the fuck can you do that if your heart chakra isn't open because you're so afraid of it not working out? Some of you are terrified about having kids. Meanwhile, you'd be the best parents. And it's this heart chakra that gets you to reject wanting to have children. You need to heal that heart chakra, that place in you that doesn't see you as being a mother or a father. Because for some of you, this is this masculine energy. You overcoming a lot so that you can nurture, love, and support your children from a masculine and a feminine perspective. So you don't need to rely on the mother to nurture your children. And you are stuck with the responsibility to only provide. You can do both, masculines. Feminines, you can do both. Five of Cups. Yeah, some of you need to be very mindful of rejecting exactly what it is, because I'm seeing this energy of you being very skeptical about this manifestation coming in, and it's because you can't feel it. Because you think that your feelings are not valuable or they're not important enough or that they play you out of your position. Well, your feelings only play you out of your position if you don't have these other tools, which is why the Magician is so intelligent with that infinity symbol. It's an infinite amount of information and knowledge which is acquired by the divine, and how this energy creates reality out of that understanding, knowledge, and balance, that relationship. Yeah, some of you need to be very mindful about not being open to a manifestation because you can't feel it, or you're confused about how you feel. Because some of you are going to think that this manifestation isn't for you when it actually is. It's just that what you're feeling is the devil energy telling you, don't open up, don't be vulnerable. What you need to do is ask your shadow, mind your business, tell me what the dark energy is, and then you determine what to do with the information that your shadow gives to you. You don't allow your shadow to dictate how you move in love. That's where the devil energy, the shadow energy needs to be tamed from within, because then your shadow works for you and provides you the information you need instead of leads you where it doesn't know best. Okay, because your inner angel is going to tell you that there's love here. And your inner shadow, what I'm seeing, might tell you there isn't, but really what your inner shadow is telling you, it's not feeling comfortable about being vulnerable. Because love, it's for good or for bad, for light or for dark. That's true love. So your shadow has to be a part of it. And your shadow will get you to reject love, okay, out of fear of your shadow being rejected in love. So your shadow saying that person isn't good for you because it's feeling like it will not be loved. Your shadow is the darkest parts of you that are in the most pain. It's your shadow stopping you from being open to love. You're juggling the idea of love. Libra is juggling the idea of love at the beginning of the year. King of Wands under the Magician, and then the Four of Cups. This missed opportunity has come in almost all of the readings. And if you add this Ace of Cups to this Four of Cups, you get this Five of Cups right here. A missed op you will regret. And guys, this will resonate with you. If this applies to you, this will make sense because it resonates. You will look at this and say, oh yeah, D. You know, I've been out here getting my coin. I've been out here getting my pentacle. I've been out here lighting my torch, my wand back on fire. I've been out here, you know, polishing my sword of truth. Your heart, your love. The divine wants you to be passionate about your manifestation. The divine wants you to invest in your manifestation. The divine wants you to know the truth about your manifestation, but the divine also wants you to love and nurture your manifestations, guys. This includes people. And some of you are going to miss an opportunity out of fear. Fear is the devil. The devil knows if it can instill enough fear in you, you will not do anything. You will not love yourself or anyone else. There's a need for you because for some of you, this comes in and you're not even open to discovering whether or not love is unlocked here. Some of you just reject it for some reason. And I think it's because of your hesitation and your lack of being open to exploring it out of fear of loss, when really this fear is creating loss, missed opportunity, which you will regret. It's very interesting, Libras. Yours came out like a clear channel. I struggled. I was struggling to get out Aquarius and Gemini for some reason, but Libra seems to be, it was almost like your last reading. The last reading I did for you guys felt very choppy and hard to get out, but this one seems a lot more clear. It's very clear. Like the divine was like, no, it's the cup. Like, where the fuck is their cup? Like, tell them to go clean it now. Okay, and that kind of urgency means that something is inevitably, this manifestation in the middle of your spread is coming in regardless. It's divinely timed. There's other people involved. It's happening. So the divine is putting pressure on you to be prepared, not just 3/4 of the way, 4/4, meaning all 4 tools are in front of you and ready. Yeah, it's this cup. Look how dirty it is. And there's also this sense of not wanting anybody to touch it or have it. It's like you put it away. Yeah, it's time to clean it, get it nice and clean and ready to be filled. Okay, with an extra hot latte light foam. I'm half Italian. I love me a cappuccino, man. Especially after a plate of pasta. What? Yeah, man. All right. We're going to clarify with, actually, let's clarify with the Lenormand first, because we've got time. I want to get some specifics on this here. This Empress energy, crossroads, at a crossroads with the Queen of Pentacles in the corner there, number 22. Yeah, it's about partnership. It's about partnering up. A lot of what you've been doing in your ascension and development has been independent. It's been dolo. It had to be. The divine isolated you on purpose to get you to do this. Because before, when other people are involved, you take their sword and, can I borrow your pentacle? And you can use my sword. This is not how that's supposed to go. Everyone needs their own 4 tools. I'm seeing like a classroom and all these kids, and they all have their little kit. And they're like, I want that color. And no, you can take mine. And I want 2 cups. And it's like, no, like I see the teacher saying, no, all of you need to keep your tools. It's that. Ooh. So yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Some of you got that kit. Some of you didn't realize. Some of you guys gave your cup away, not realizing that you needed your cup. For some of you, your heart is with somebody. You gave your heart, you gave your cup of love away. Okay? And you need to take it back. And you take it back by really looking at that and asking yourself if it's something you truly want. Some of you are letting somebody sip off of your cup who isn't even a part of your life. Therefore, you don't have your cup. You have nothing to sip off of. Okay? You're not getting any emotional fulfillment, support, not even from yourself, but you're willing to emotionally support somebody else. Okay? Some of you need to be mindful about being a support system to everyone and not to yourself, and then being mad that you don't have certain manifestations, because some of you nurtured the manifestations of other people. Some of you were helping other people with their heart chakra to heal their wounding and all that shit, and then they started manifesting things, and you're not understanding why you're not manifesting. Essentially because you need to do to yourself what you do to these people, which is support, nurture, and love yourself. Get your cup back because you need it. Clean it, and then go to God and say, I'm ready. You can fill it now. And he's going to look and make sure it's clean. Yeah, it looks pretty clean. And then boom, there's that double. There's that mocha latte. It's not a mocha latte. Who has mocha lattes? No lattes. This is a cappuccino. Anyway, moving on from that. What else do we have here? Intrigued. Yeah, I knew it. And this is where the missed opportunity comes in. You're intrigued. You're intrigued by this cup, because if this cup is offered to you and if this is your cup, this could be somebody else's cup that's already clean, filled, ready to offer, and you're now scrambling to get your cup to fill it, realizing that you might not be as open to this love. Some of you are going to be very aware that this is a genuine love, and that it's not something, your hesitation is going to be being open and vulnerable for it. Some of you are going to need to express to a partner that you aren't open at this time, and that you just need time, and you're going to ask this person to be patient, not while you go and engage other relationships, but while you acclimate, get to know this person, and truly feel comfortable with opening up. For some of you, with regards to career, you're being offered, I'm getting an energy with regards to career. Somebody is being offered an opportunity, but is struggling with regards to the negotiations because of how heavily it's going to impact a family. And it's almost like somebody's like, I really want this opportunity, but if this employer doesn't negotiate this in my favor, then I can't take it, because it would too badly negatively impact a family. Because with the Empress and the 10 of Cups, this is the leader of a family at a crossroads with regards to career, because there's this sense of, and if you don't already have this family, this could be juggling opportunities and negotiations, because you know that where your career path is going, if you don't negotiate certain things, you might not have the space. Or for some of you, this is the need to very much look at career opportunities, because if you don't have a family and you want one, don't take opportunities that are going to have you working 60 hours a week and traveling 4 times a month. Like, there's a need, you get what I mean? So some negotiations with regards to career because of plans about the future and building a family, or about a family that already exists. Somebody doesn't want to miss an opportunity, but they don't want to have regrets about how this negatively impacts their family. So for some of you, you're at a crossroads with regards to career, because you either want to create a family and start a family, and you know the way your schedule works now, it would never happen. You don't even have enough time to date, right? Where for others of you, this is a crossroads with regards to career, about maybe needing to pull back because of the family being negatively impacted, not having enough time for kids, possibly wife complaining to husband about being overburdened in the home. It's like, Yeah, some of you, whether it's male or female, somebody is very intrigued by an opportunity, but they're looking at their family, because this came on top of the magician, which this is the card of intrigue, right? So this is being intrigued, but essentially this person is looking at the 10 of cups. They're intrigued by an opportunity, but essentially they're going to need to juggle how to make this manifestation occur without negatively impacting the kids, the family. Some of you are intrigued because some of you didn't want children, and you are going to embark or already have embarked in a love relationship with somebody who does want children, and you are intrigued, not so much about having children with them, about their idea, their reality about how they want to manifest this family. Some of you are very intrigued about somebody else's desires and dreams about the future, and it's getting you to think differently. Because for some of you, you said you didn't want to get married and have children, but you just embarked in a relationship or will with somebody who wants both. And now you're the King of Wands, okay? Stuck between, not wanting to regret a missed opportunity. So now you're reflecting on what it is you want. And you're realizing that this heart, this chakra, is going to help you determine what that is. It's not enough to just logically, from a pentacle and a sword's perspective, know what you want. It's not enough to just feel passionate about something. You really need to use the data that your feelings give you, because it's information. Okay, what's immature is living off of the emotional body. Okay, so living out all of your emotions like they are facts instead of important data, because just because how you feel is honest, the fact hasn't been created until you bring your logic and your mind. No different than information in your mind. The facts don't come until you go into your emotional body and your intuition to back that shit up. Okay, so even when people talk about facts, that's even changing. What creates facts? What information and data needs to be sorted out, mined, and consolidated in order to come up with a motherfucking fact for yourself? For yourself. These are not facts you sell to everybody. They're facts that you come up with so that decision making in love isn't so difficult. Because some of you are beating up yourself about a decision in love you haven't even made yet, which is self-fulfilling prophecy. It's assuming the worst because you feel like your love can't do anything, or every time you have given your love, it hasn't come out well. But I told you, the last time you used your cup of love, you didn't have the sword, the wand, and the pentacle. You do now. So go get the cup. It's time. Ace of Pentacles. Got 2 aces, man. This is a manifestation coming in now. A sacrifice. A sacrifice in love. Some of you need to let go of a past love in order to be open to this new one. Some of you gave your cup away. You don't even have it on the table anymore. Some of you gave it away. You felt like there was no need I don't have a need for my cup unless this person wants it. Some of you need to sacrifice that love because you have vision of a better love. Four of Pentacles. Not willing to open, not willing to give or receive. And if you add this 5 of Pentacles to this ace, that's this 4 of Pentacles to the ace, that's the 5 of Pentacles, and you have the 5 of Cups. So this is being left out in the cold in love, and then essentially doing exactly that. So Libras, if you look at yourself as a divine love, all right, and that somebody blew it on you and left you and should regret that, you're going to be in a position where you will leave somebody out in the cold and you will regret that. So there's a need to let go of the past, have forgiveness for anybody who took your love for granted or didn't take it at all. Most people feel more hurt, not about the love they gave, but not about the love they didn't receive. It was about the love they weren't able to give. People want to love and get very angry and resentful when they feel like their love isn't welcomed, serves no purpose, doesn't create impact, positive change. Your love does all of those things. That's what God's trying to tell you. So go get your Bumba Clock cup and start guaning like it's something valuable that you need and not something that is a burden or something, a useful tool. Yeah, some of you are stuck. Look at this, 2 cards of stuck watching somebody. For some of you, yeah, some of you are stuck on a past lover. Some of you are waiting for somebody to leave another partner. Some of you are going to be angry about what you overhear. Some of you might find out somebody's talking about you, and you respond very negatively. You're not understanding why somebody might be saying what it is they're saying. You're just seeing the logic of it and going off. Some of you are stuck watching a past love live their life with somebody, and you are wasting your valuable time. Like I said, there's a need to sacrifice a past love because you have faith in future victories in love. You need to let it go. Because this future victory could be this person. I'm not saying not, because I don't know your business. You got what you guys got going on with these people, right? What I'm saying is at this point, like there's a couple here and there's a couple here, and then in this card, it's these people are watching. Some of you need to stop watching a past love, because essentially what some of you are watching a past love because that's where your love is. So some of you are waiting for somebody to wrap up a relationship with somebody in order to bring your cup back. Some of you need to cut your losses and sacrifice that love. And what makes it easy is because you know what you're making the sacrifice for. It's this person. The person who has a fancy cup filled to the brim with nothing but love. And the love that's being offered, a great way of you being able to determine if it's legit or not, is listening to this person's story. How they got here, why they're so emotionally available. They might explain to you this very story that you've lived on. You know, where they had to reclaim their cup in order to reinstill their faith in love again. And what's beautiful is that this person, whether you know them or not, is offering it to you. So be mindful, because I'm telling you guys, this is a manifestation. And I'm telling you, this juggling is between being open and honest, whether you want to move forward in this or not, or allowing your ego to shut this down. Because the King of Wands is the most egotistical king in the deck. You will be the one regretting this. Just like some of you are watching somebody feeling like they should have regretted. You're waiting for somebody to turn around and be like, I regret you leaving you. Like some of you. Only for you to end up being the one who regrets letting somebody go. It's perpetuating the karmic cycle. Going from it's hurt people. Going from the abused to the abuser. Going from the victim of narcissism to the narcissist. Essentially being the missed opportunity and then missing an opportunity. Yeah, some karma playing out here. Or will. Because I still think it's a choice. With that 2 of Pentacles, it's not. I don't know. Some of you will absolutely not miss this opportunity. Abandonment. Some of you have abandonment issues. Some of you are going to regret abandoning somebody. Some of you need to look at how you've been abandoned in relationships and see how that has played out negatively and how you deal with relationships moving forward. Are you quick to drop and abandon relationships if they don't move your way? You know, if there's misunderstandings and you get your feelings hurt, do you seek the understanding, or do you just bail and abandon it? Like there's a need to be vulnerable and open in order to get to a higher level with regards to love and relationships. Okay. Yeah, and with regards to career, the only message I'm getting with regards to career and money is somebody struggling with regards to negotiating with a current employer, either changing a schedule, possibly working from home. Somebody's job is negatively impacting their family or negatively impacting their ability to make a family because they're working too much. So yeah, the money's good and that's great, but working 60 hours a week, traveling 2 to 5 times a month, it doesn't leave a lot of room to do anything. build a family, take care of the family you got. Like some of you have enough for nannies and stuff, but it's realizing like these nannies are replacing, they have more understanding of what's happening in your children's lives. Some of you are going to your employer and they're like, I need to pull back. You know, last year I didn't spend enough time with my kids. I'm getting the schools coming at me about picking them up late. Like there is an issue with regards to work-life balance, and there's negotiations with an employer regarding it. And I don't know if this is for a pre-existing family or for those looking to make a family. Some of you are newly married and your partner wants to have a kid, and it's like you want to have a kid too. The problem is your hesitation is this work schedule and your availability. You needing to explain that to your partner so that they don't feel that you don't have the same vision as them, because that doesn't look like the case. It looks like you guys have the same vision. The problem is somebody is bogged down, doesn't have enough time and availability for the vision than somebody else does. Destiny, abandonment, the future, what's fated, rejection and abandonment, and romance. Yeah, story of my life. Listening. Yeah, this is needing to listen. I told you guys, hear this person's story. Some of you are going to be off put by somebody's availability when the issue isn't this person's availability. The issue is your lack of availability. Okay. And there's going to be a need for you to be open to listening to this person and getting to know them so that you don't reject romance and what's fated and destined for you and abandon your own manifestation and then sit there with a missed opportunity that you essentially regret. Needing to listen to why people are the way they are. Needing to listen to yourself, why you're feeling the way you do. A lot of you have abandonment issues in love and relationships, which gets you to be non-committal because you're anticipating being abandoned. So what's the point of committing to a relationship, right? Or not wanting to command or demand commitment and investment because you assume that you're just going to be abandoned or don't want to be. There's this internal dialogue here that is going to be triggered by, I think, love. New, old, you guys determine that shit. I don't know. It's a manifestation and it's love. And if it is surrounding career, it's essentially you're manifesting love, which is coming in the form of this balanced work-life balance because you want more time for what it is you love, which is the family you have, the family you want to create yourself, right? Yeah, love is, listening to get a better understanding, and then laughter because of what you find out. Yes, you have to. Some of you have to give time to get to know somebody. And if you don't, you are going to regret it, straight up. Some of you were presented with love in the past and thought you needed to react to it immediately, and you don't. You need to look at what you are being offered and then get to know it, examine it. 50 people could offer you this cup. How do you determine which one's yours? It's 7 of Cups energy. You get to know them. Discernment, yeah. Yeah, you guys are gonna need a lot of that. All right. What's happening? It's a mess. It's all over the place.